colleagues in adventure, and ladies and gentlemen. What I'm now trying to say is, it's kept smokestacks away. So that was the reward of that phase, and that dividend of that came. And at that time, when we had that development phase, investment mostly based was in health, in education, and tourism today, I see it, is a dividend of that time. And coming back to the backwaters, which began to be, it reared its head. And I remember in 1993 was when the Gulf boom was beginning to deliver its rewards. And when people made money, what they did was they would demolish their old wooden traditional Tarawad house and want to convert it and go into a concrete mosaic building. So in 1993, when we were looking at this opportunity here, the newspapers were all full of advertisements saying Tarawad house for sale and going for a song. So we thought it would be a great opportunity to pick up some of those houses and put it there. And we transplanted the old Tarawad houses to set up coconut lagoon. It was, at that time, it was never. There were some examples in Kovalam, somebody had done that, but it was not done ever before. And in fact, around that time it was being built, the author of Arundhati Roy, and we traveled together in these waters, and she comes from a village not far from here, and we had a talk about what we were trying to do. And when her book was published, in the chapter God's Own Country, I could recognize that discussion. And these hotel people built these Tarawad houses, and even one of the houses there came from, and she wrote in jest, came from the family of E.M.S. Namboodiripad. And that E.M.S. Namboodiripad, and she wrote right in jest, the communist that he is still sold his house for a profit. And the old communists were all there working there as waiters in that hotel. And there shall be my newspaper which came out, we sent a reporter there to ask a manager, where is Namboodiripad house? The manager said, there, sir. And where are the communists? So I know all of us are communists. So what I'm trying to say is, adventure merges with the social environment. And it's not something alien, it's here. And I think, as you said, that the golden age of adventure is about to come, and Kerala now awaits adventure. And I think the greatest opportunity for operators like you have, is in Kerala. Not because we have the mountains and the Himalayas, not because we have the oceans, the most fabulous beaches, but because we have a social and cultural system which can best accept people who want to travel. Where, if you look at travel itself, Indian travel began in the beginning, it was the Delhi, Agra, Jaipur, the Golden Triangle. Everybody went there, and still it does remarkably well. Then we had in the 80s, you had the conclave, the foreign conclave of Goa. Post that, the Kerala tourism journey really, I think, began in the early 90s. When and this represented ordinary India, it represented modern India, and the Make in Kerala model was inclusive, participative, though it might also be argumentative. So here was a society which is solidly involved in and have an opinion about everything. And that model is from where emerged the different, unique model of tourism, which I think is the Kerala model, where you cannot see large structures, you will not see foreign imports. It is coming back to your story of red keeping Kerala green. The foreign direct investment would be literally scared away from the state. So it was left to the small entrepreneurs of the state to do what they could, which is small, in a manner that they knew which is local. So indigenous and small. And to the credit of the Kerala entrepreneur, I think small and indigenous could become world class. The growth of tourism in Kerala from mid-90s till next 25 years was almost a miracle. I think we had rates of growth which became the highest in the world, and it used to be said exceeding that of Turkey. Double digit all the way, and growing numbers, and it seemed to attract. I think the Hindi term, if I know a little bit of that language, is that Kerala was among at that time the Bimaru state as far as tourism is concerned, and from that to become the highest performing state is what Kerala's credit is to our credit. In this journey which has happened, where the only asset that we had was local, and was local, and our spirit of enterprise, using ourselves, using our own. Let me just quickly take you to a few pictures that illustrate this. I'm showing this not because we run this anymore. We ran it at that time, and Lakshadweep is when we began our journey. And on the island of Bangara, where when Prime Minister Gandhi went there, and he invited us he opened the island to private investment. And to cut the story short, at that time, our group had one hotel in 1988 called Casino Hotel in Cochin. And the only reason, the grapevine told me that the big boys of India were all buying from this island, to get this island. What chance did we have? None whatsoever. But they also, the big offering was that those who sent expressions of interest would be flown there by helicopter and flown back. In those days, to go to the island and come back would have taken 2 to 3 weeks. And so, the story here, the lesson that we learned here was that, the first day we stayed on the island of Bangara, and the next day in Kavarati, the administrator then asked the group which was there, which had many of the largest in the country there, said, now just tell us what you plan to do. And their answer was invariably, we will, to tell you that we need to do a detailed techno-economic feasibility study. But we think we're going to names like Waikiki and Honolulu were dropped, and they said, we estimate our investment to be 50 and 60 crores. To my mind at that time, crore was a sum of money I could not even dream of. But my purpose was to have to see the island, be flown there and flown back, which I had done. Nothing lost, nothing gained. So there was all. So when it became my turn, what would we do to create what we wanted to do? I had to give an answer which would fit what I could, which is not crores but a few lakhs. So when the Prime Minister had come there, they had souped up some of the cottages, the deluxe cottage, and made imported shingles from Singapore, and souped up a few places there. I said all I would do is do what the villager would do. Remove all that and do all the villager would do. And the simplest of such cottages were made. And what was an offer was the hotel when it opened in 18th of December 1988 was the absence of telephone, television, newspaper, air conditioning, hot water, room service, multi-cuisine restaurant, swimming pool, all that we advertise saying absent. Then what did we have present? It's a nature with a condition to be enjoyed without causing any diminishment to it. How we came upon that, but I use the word serendipity, accidentally. The model at that time was not so. Eco-tourism would have meant economy and not ecology. So here was Bangaram Island, and we had never done this before. And we had to find a way of finding what price we should charge. And I see parallels here with what we should charge. We found that people in those days, for somebody a guest would come Frankfurt, Mumbai, stay Mumbai overnight, take an airborne flight from Mumbai to Kochi, stay Kochi overnight, take a Viaduct flight to Kagati, then take a boat to Bangaram. The journey itself was the greatest adventure possible. And at that time, we found that we were trying to figure out how much we could be, what price would this place justify. And we would see that people who came there stayed on the hotel. At that time, one of the competitors in the bid process was the Oberoi, and they had built the towers, which is India's most expensive hotel. And they had a price of $180. And they would stay there, and then they would come here and stay and spend a week here. So we said we too will. After on the end route they stayed there, paid that price, and they will come and hear what we'll put the same price. So in 1988, the Oberoi Towers at $180, and the Bangaram Island Resort had also $180. It's the most expensive two hotels in the world. Tour operators like you, or adventure operators like you would come to us and say, what the hell are you doing? How dare you charge this price? I said, look, they're paying the price there. But that, they got gold and ebony, they got chandeliers. What have you got? Mud and thatch. So the definition of luxury never changed. To our learning was that luxury is no longer the ostentation, but luxury is the experience. And that's what resulted in our whole new journey, which we found using, since we are Edwin, we introduced for the first time India's first scuba diving center there. From there quickly came to the hills, which are, using from our experience, the luxury, the Mannan hills people, with their houses, is what we saw in the early picture. Using that as a model, we built this. And adventure, local people, local community, their story became a natural way of thinking. Now, Kerala tourism has now put responsible tourism as its operation strategy. And in those days, when we built this hotel, we used materials which the Mandan would have used to build a grass thatched hut in this part of the world. would have been thought impossible. In fact, when we wrote to the finance corporation, the Kerala State the Finance Development Corporation, they said your project is not viable because there is no market. 2, you have totally underestimated the cost. So, but what really it happened there was we kept luxury, we kept television out, air conditioning was not necessary, was also kept out, but instead made activity as and conservation as a key strength. And this was a disruption that came about. So in short, I will stop here because my time is up. So adventure, the model of Kerala, conservation, responsible tourism, sustainability, community, local, are all in the same language. And it is, I believe, the future of tourism is only that. There is no reason for somebody to go and take a holiday and do the same old thing he's having at home. That's really not a holiday. The word holiday itself needs to be re-examined and lifting the bar. So the best business to be is in the business of adventure, in the business of responsible tourism, and I think in the convention that you are having today, and having chosen Kumarakom as a venue to discuss it, to experience it, and I think it shows 2 things. 1, you are on the right track, and 2, Kerala and Kumarakom is on the right track. But this track needs to be constantly disrupted. That disruption is what we all wait for. Disruption also is a challenge to us. It cannot be the same. We cannot do more and more of the same. It will constantly be evolved and changed. And today I think the minds that have come together is to think about how dare we disrupt. And what will be the best, what will be the worst that can happen? Nothing can be worse than the status quo. So I think I've already been given my warning letter. I don't know whether I could call my talk a keynote letter. I was just sharing some sentiments and some thoughts of how adventure, which is the word that you would use, and how sustainability, how responsible tourism is the word, is all one and the same. It comes in the same basket. With that, let me say that as much as you have chosen to come to Kumarakom, we enjoyed your visit, and we hope that you will go back with not just good memories, but even I hope that when you go back with transformative memories. Thank you.